Working in an indoor space gives me so much more control over my photography than working on location. Even though I love working on location as well, indoor studio work is where my main passion lies, because it allows me so many more possibilities. Shooting indoors allows me to shoot with so many different lighting techniques, different backgrounds, different clothing changes, different special effects. I can get so many more variations in my shots in a short time than I can in any other way. I've set up many studio spaces over the years because we move around a lot. I've set up spaces in single rooms in the house. I've set up a Main Street studio space. I've also set up multiple garage studios. So I'm used to doing this sort of stuff. And this is what I love to do. I love the creative process of putting together a space to shoot in. Every space takes a lot of planning, a lot of construction, and there are unique problems in each space that we have to resolve to create what we're after. Working out how to get the best from a particular space takes a bit of patience and a lot of planning. There's a bit of imagination involved as well in picturing what the space is going to look like after all this stuff's gone. You've seen some videos of my two recent studio spaces that I've set up. This is my new one. It's a little bit messy at the moment because we have just moved in. It's up to me to sort all of this stuff out and work out how to use this space to the best advantage. As you can see, it's going to be a bit of a job. This space is the largest space I've ever had. It measures 10 metres by 10 metres in the shooting area, with a ceiling height of 10 metres as well. So there's lots of space to do lots of stuff. My aim is to produce the most versatile space that I can, that allows me to do things I've never even thought of before. I'm going to be using flash, I'm going to be using constant light, and I'm also going to be using natural light because we've got this beautiful light coming in from these garage doors. So I'm going to set up the space with those things in mind. I also need to make sure that the space is safe and comfortable for my clients and my models so that they'll enjoy their experience here, which is a big part of what I do. Some of the things I need to consider in this space when planning. Backgrounds. I'm going to have up to 30 different backgrounds, various different colours, textures, sizes of backgrounds. I'm going to be having some seamless backgrounds, as you've seen me work with before. I've got this huge grey backdrop here that was here when we moved in. It's about 10 metres by 13 metres, so I'm going to utilise that as best as I possibly can. I need to consider my power supplies. I want to try and keep my electrical cords off the ground as much as possible for safety reasons. So I need to have some electrical power coming down from the ceiling if I can, or in places around the studio that is going to allow me to have those cords off the ground as much as possible. That's a challenge with a 10-metre ceiling. Storage is another thing I need to consider. I need to be able to store my stuff away just so that it's not going to look cluttered, so that it can look clean and a more comfortable space for people to be in. I need to consider my lights and my modifiers, where to store them, where they're going to be when I'm not using them, but be able to access them quickly. Props, which I don't use a great deal of, but every studio collects things along the way. So props like furniture, chairs, benches, things like that I might use in future photography sessions. And a change room. I need a safe, secure change room for my models and my clients to get changed because I want to do multiple outfits when I do shoots here in the studio. Room temperature is a big thing here in Australia because we get very hot days and it gets reasonably cool in the winter as well. This place doesn't have any air conditioning, but because of the high ceilings and the ventilation, it's quite cool on the hot days. So I don't think that's going to be a major issue. In the winter it may get a little bit chilly, but we can fix that with a few fan heaters or a heater of some sort to keep people comfortable. I also need space for an office so that I can do my editing, and I need a training room. Because I do a lot of photography courses, I need a training room that I can get up to 10 or 15 people in. And those two things are available here as well. In the other end of the studio we have a large office area and a reasonably large training area as well. So that fits the bill perfectly. In the next few weeks, I'll be presenting a video of the finished product, the finished studio, and also a few model shoots that I'll be doing in here initially, just to get the feel of the place. Now, studio spaces like this evolve with time. As you work out what works and what doesn't work, things change a little bit, but you'll see the results after a few weeks of setting this stuff up and getting rid of all this rubbish. I'm really excited about what we can produce here, so stay tuned, and I'll see you soon.